Hey there, welcome to another episode of Cooking with Violet Vixen. Today we are doing a meal for two, so 2 nights or 2 people, whatever's easier. And it is called tomato and chickpea tagine. Here's what we need. So gather all this and a big saucepan and let's get ready to go. Okay, so for me this was a good recipe because a week ago I had about half a red onion in the freezer, so I thought it was a big red onion, so I'm only going to use half rather than a whole one. I've also had a chopped red capsicum in the freezer for a while, so that was another good thing. A handful of diced pumpkin. I just ordered a quarter of a Kent pumpkin. It's going to make it a lot more probably than 2 servings, but it'll freeze well. Tin of chickpeas, tin of diced tomatoes, 200 mils of veggie stock. I've just used this one. I only buy the 1 litre one when I'm going to use the 1 litre one. Harissa spice is this one. And I just need to find some chopped coriander. I'm sure I've got some in the freezer, which will be fine for the top. I'm going to serve it with couscous. I haven't made this for a while, but from memory it's just in a bowl with hot water. The hot water will absorb into the couscous and you're ready to go. So that's an alternative to rice, and it's a lot healthier for you as well. So, all right, we're going to do this. Let's go. Okay, so first of all, get your cooking spray and spray your saucepan. I was going to say frying pan, but no, that's not a frying pan. That's a saucepan. Just going to light my candle, which I normally burn when I'm in the kitchen. I've only just started doing that. That's for Mama and Dad. So, okay. Pop some olive oil in. Alright. Turn that on and we want to get that pretty hot. And grab a stirring spatula / wooden spoon. So we're ready to stir. Okay, so my red onion was frozen, but lucky it's pretty hot today, so it defrosted pretty quick. In goes that. Okay, grab the capsicum. You could slice your capsicum up any way you want. I just normally do it into strips because most of the time if I'm doing a stir fry it is into strips that you've got to cut it anyway. That's frozen, but it won't be for long. So in goes that one. So normally what I do is if I'm forced to buy a capsicum in a bag of 3 where you've got to buy the 3 colours, or you can't buy one on its own, chop the others straight up, put them in a Ziploc bag or a freezer bag and into the freezer, and then when you see a recipe like this you go, oh good, I can use that up. This is a handful of diced pumpkin. That is not a handful, that's a bowl full. But that's Kent pumpkin, that's really nice. So, alright, we want to give this about 5 minutes. So, try and break up all your frozen bits. While that's going on, you can drain and wash your chickpeas. So grab a colander. And just give those a wash. You'll see when you open them, you'll see that there's, when you wash them, you've got like foamy stuff coming off. So you want to rinse all that off. That's just what they put them in. Okay, once it's been about 5 minutes and everything's really bubbling away like this is, Next step is add 1 to 2 tablespoons of harissa spice. So I'm just going to go with 1 tablespoon. I haven't used this for quite a while, so in case you've never had this harissa spice, it is basically chili, coriander, caraway, cumin and paprika. So it's just a spice blend. So it's like your mixed spice or allspice basically. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Alright, grab those chickpeas, which you've hopefully drained. Now, what I do with the diced tomatoes, I'll give everything a stir so you get that harissa going through. Get it all over the pumpkin. So what I like to do when I do the tomatoes is I tip the tomatoes in. Give that a stir. Now we're adding 200 ml of veggie stock, but we're not going to put it straight in, are we? If you put it into the tin and swirl it all around, you clean out your tin as well. Near enough's good enough. Alright, awesome. Alright, bring that to the boil. We want to simmer that for 20 minutes. So in the meantime, we're going to try and remember how to make couscous. I'm actually just Googling it in between this. And I'll show you how to make a serving of couscous for one person. Because I think with couscous, you're probably better off doing it as you want it. So I'll be back with that, and I'm going to go find some coriander. So 20 minutes, we'll be back. Okay, so that's been 20 minutes. I stabbed my pumpkin and it's still a little bit hard because I cut it up too big. So the rule is try and cut it up a bit smaller. So that's okay. While that's going on, I can make the couscous. So I found a recipe for a serving for one person, so just double what I'm saying when you go to do it. So you basically want 1/3 cup of couscous and 1/2 cup of boiling water, and just make it up in a jug. So boil up your kettle because you want your 1/2 cup. Alright, so 1/3 cup of dried couscous, 1/2 cup of boiling water, and you just simply leave it. I'll show you what it looks like once I get the water into it. Alright, that's it there. Grab a fork and just fluff it up, and then you just leave it because it should dissolve. Or grab a spoon. Alright, so if you're doing 2 servings, you want more than that. Just double it. Okay, stab my pumpkin and see what it's looking like. Just a little bit longer. Not too much longer though. So what I'm going to do, I found some coriander in the freezer that's been in there for a while, but it'll be okay though. If you can get fresh, go for fresh. Coriander doesn't grow in my kitchen, only the basil did. So I'm just going to sprinkle that over the top. That dried is still technically better than the dried, I think, because it was fresh at one stage. I'm just going to stir that through. You can turn it up a bit if you want, but you don't want it to dry out. Your couscous is nearly ready as well. So grab yourself a serving plate. If your pumpkin's a bit bitey, then just chuck it in the microwave, I suppose, or crunch on it. It's not that bad. Alright, so yeah, I'm going to dish up. Thank you for watching Cooking with Violet Vixen. You have been watching tomato and chickpea tagine. Nice, light, easy, healthy dish for a change. For two, serving for two, which, as I said, I reckon this will have a bit of leftovers. Alright, I'm going to catch you on our next adventure.